I'm so happy to have back in the studio with me my events bestie, Nina Moons from the Calendar Mallorca. Welcome back, Nina.
Thank you for having me again.
Oh, it's been such a long time since I've seen you.
It's been a bit crazy.
I was just saying how beautiful you look. So anybody who's looking at the any videos that we put on social media will see what lovely hair Nina's got. She's had a hairdo that just suits her so nicely. Beautiful blonde hair there.
Thank you.
So, Neen, what has been going on? What can you tell me about? What events have you been going to that have been fun? And what can we look forward to coming up?
So I've been really busy over the summer, obviously. That was more like kids focused. But since I've been back on Mallorca in September, October, I've really been just enjoying like a quieter pace, to be honest. So there were some days, there have been some weekends when all we did was go out for little hikes and lunches and things like that. But then I've also been to a few great concerts, like local fair areas. And yeah, like just mixing it up a little bit. Also just enjoying, this quieter pace that we have on the island now, I would say. And the weather has been fantastic. I mean,
it's either been awful.
I was about
amazing.
to say, except last week, because the storm kind of destroyed my terrace.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that was crazy. It was like,
we call it money from the sky in our house because we have a water tank in our back garden. So each time it rains heavily, it gets filled up.
You're like, great.
Yay!
Yeah, but it's been fantastic. I mean, even now I'm still not wearing jackets. It's early November, and my parents are just constantly complaining about like 5 degrees and rain and all that.
I was just thinking about that actually this morning. I was thinking people come here for the winter to escape the weather that they're in wherever they are, and I kind of got so used to having to see the sun so frequently. I can't imagine what it would be like to be in, sorry everyone, another country where it's grey or overcast all the time. I just and I don't think I realised before I moved here how much of an impact that kind of like exposure to the sun has on me.
Yeah, my daughter is so used to the sun that her dream is like just rainy days and wearing thick jackets. Like every day now she's like, is it cold? Can I wear my Uggs? Like, is it raining? You know, so like we're talking about like what to do for February. That's normally when we have like kind of like a bigger family vacation.
Yeah.
And we're really considering any place because we don't mind the weather, you know, because we're so used to the sun. We're like, we're not in need of just like a sunny place. And the kids, we know that they love it and they love wearing their rain boots. And we're very privileged because, you know, even after, last week we had that crazy storm and like half an hour later it was just like sunshine and like nothing had happened.
Exactly.
Where in Vienna, if it rains, it's like the whole day it's grey and miserable and like, you know, not great. So
I just feel like when we do get those days, which tend to be in February, which is when it's my birthday.
Yes. Also my kids, both of them.
Both of them?
Yes.
What days are they born on?
13th and 18th.
I'm on the 10th.
Ah.
So you've got an Aquarian and a Pisces.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Explains a lot.
Yes, I know, they don't get on. Do they get on?
If they do, they do wonderfully for like an hour or so. And then if they fight, they really fight. Yeah. But in general, they have a great relationship.
Cool.
But it's post 1 week being alone with them and like without husband and like a full on weekend as well. So at the moment, I'm like, whew.
So you come to see me to get some respite from your children.
Yes.
Mummy.
Yes. Yeah. No, but
when they grow up, they're going to be like what our mother did to us when we were children. So
no,
we've all got that conversation in our futures, though, haven't we?
Yeah. But I think they can't complain. They live on Mallorca and spend their time here, and
it's such a good place for children to grow up.
Especially their ages, they're 4 and 7 now. That's like amazing. And like I just love, for example, after school, they love just playing in nature with their friends, like how it's supposed to be, you know, like just playing in the dirt and all that. And it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my best thing I did as a person was move here and have a baby, because Mallorca makes great people.
Yes, I think so.
Trilingual. Well, I guess your kids might speak more than 3 languages, but
4.
Yeah.
Well, not speak it, but understand. 4 plus Catalan.
Yeah, well, 5
But
then.
yes, but yeah, it's been a bit crazy.
Yeah.
But their main languages are English and Spanish. But then they understand German, Flemish, and they have Catalan as well.
Brilliant.
So-
What a gift.
Yes.
Like to be raised in a beautiful place and actually be able to communicate with so many people.
Yes, absolutely. And like, I mean, talking about events and everything, like I think there are so many events here for kids as well, or where kids are welcome to go and all this. So it's just fun, you know, living here, because there's always something you can do as a family together, and it doesn't feel as separate.
It's very rare that children aren't included.
Yes.
I mean, there are obviously there's some no-brainer events which you wouldn't take a kid to, you know, but yeah, I never had a problem.
No, I went to a concert at Son Fustaret recently, and it was from like a Catalan band that I don't know why, but I'm really obsessed with. And it was just like so many kids there, and like really young kids as well, because it's kind of like this fun band that kids love as well. And it's just like was really cool.
What was the name of the band?
Orquesgras.
Orquesgras.
Yeah, I'm probably completely butchering the name.
Did you post about it?
Yes,
yeah,
I
because I
did.
did see that you'd been. I was thinking I must start to ask her about the names of these bands, because I need to educate myself a bit in that music, because I'm very English in my taste of music. Like I like to understand the lyrics.
Yeah, it's mostly Catalan, but they have some songs where they sing a little bit in English as well. But they just want to have fun with music. So my husband didn't know them at all, so he didn't know what to expect, and he was kind of expecting this very traditional Spanish band, which I'm like, why would you think that I would go there? But okay, says a lot about my taste in music, I think. But it's just like a nice mix, because they take it from very like romantic songs to a little bit even like house kind of mix, and like all over, but really fun, fun music style.
Spell their name.
ORQUESGRASSES.
Okay, I'm going to look for them.
Yes.
I'm going to follow them on Spotify if they're on there.
Yes, they are.
That's a good way to learn stuff, because I've been to a few concerts recently, and went to see Counting Crows in Barcelona a couple of weeks ago, and they're one of my favourite bands ever. And but I didn't know wasn't familiar with their new album, so I actually had to do some homework. You know, like Vicki, you must make sure you listen to the album a few times before you go, so you know the songs. You know, so I like to sing along.
Yeah.
You know, because I always feel like it's good to make a bit of like a bit of homework, a bit of investigation into the music that you're going to go to see. So I like to be prepared a little bit, so I could be, this is a good one, or you know what I mean.
I was exactly like that to my husband. Like, I'm like the most like. When people ask me what music do you like, I'm really like one of those people that I'm like, it depends on the day. Like, you know, it depends on my mood and everything. And I also have like no rhythm at all, which no, I'm not.
Sorry, that's so funny.
Really, like no rhythm. It's like
You just said that so dryly.
It's the truth. So it's been really a challenge for me, because I prepared for going to the concert, and I knew exactly I had like 3 songs that I absolutely love. And like I heard them so many times that when they started playing them, I actually got it. You know, I was like, okay, now it's getting. Yeah. But normally I'm terrible with it. Like I just started going to this indoor cycling classes, like spinning, but like a proper spinning studio in Palma. They just opened like 2 weeks ago. And it's kind of, I think it's the first of its kind here. It's very popular in Barcelona, in Madrid, everywhere.
America, I was going to say, is huge there. Is it like, not Peloton, what's the one? Soul Cycle,
yes.
Is it like that?
Yes, it's like that. And it's called Radi. So basically I was like, okay, it's cycling, you know, with a bit of music. But you have these choreographies that you have to kind of follow at the same time. And then you have to kind of cycle in the beat.
It's like some cycling with Zumba.
Yeah, but I'm like, and you have different teachers, so they have also different styles. So I've been going now to 2 classes, which were very different. But I enjoy it because it's sports, but at the same time, it's really good for my brain, because I'm really getting challenged with, like, you know, to stay on the beats and everything. So I've been really enjoying it.
Okay.
Because it's something different.
Is it on Calendar Mallorca already?
Yes. Yes.
Bit of a name check there. Then.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Radi Studios.
Radi.
And they're on the Avenidas.
Okay.
Yeah, so right in Palma, and it's just really great concept. Tony, who's Mallorquin, he just came back after many years in Barcelona, and he was like, "Why is there not this kind of like concept here in Mallorca?" And it's also like now, you know, when you have like, for example, bad weather or something, it's a great plan. And I just also love to have like a fixed thing every week. You know, I have my tennis, I have now the indoor cycling class, and it's nice to know that this day you don't have to think about, oh God, I have to work out or whatever.
Yeah.
You just have your class booked. And it looks like they're starting to do some fun things. Like this week they have some special Ed Sheeran classes.
Oh.
Yeah, they're also...
See, I'd know the words to those.
Yes. I think me too, I think. But they're also doing some collaborations where they're doing like running events with cycling or things like that. So I love that, you know, because it's like a fun community event, and the place is beautiful. It's kind of like this terracotta red everywhere. Yeah.
Have you been to Balu in Santa Catalina yet?
I haven't, but I've heard amazing things.
Because I know the lady who founded it, Alex. She was riding our horse for the last 6 months or so, and now she's had to stop because she's launched Balu. But we're happy for her, but also sad for her at the same time because she's missing the horse. But it's a reformer and regular Pilates studio with yoga as well in Santa Catalina, and they did a Halloween event recently where they all dressed up as, I don't know, in costumes and went and did Pilates outside at the top of, you know, Belvedere Castle, there's a church there.
Yeah.
They did it there in front of the church and in the dark.
I love that.
Yeah, but like it's really like gyms and boutique gyms are really being creative with how they build communities now, and I really like that.
Well, they're saying also that like creators are out and communities in, that kind of thing. You know, they're saying that like these community leaders are actually much more like they're just getting all the attention now. Like, for example, there's Haslab. It's like a running app founded also by a Mallorquin athlete. And I'm supporting her with like providing like some visibility on the website because I really love it, because it's like you download it and then you can see what running events or what running clubs are going on around you in Palma, all over Mallorca. And like some are free, some you pay like maybe €5 or something. And she's also this kind of like person, you know, this kind of bringing the sporting community together, and I love that.
Did not realise that was a Mallorcan brand. Come on, Mallorca. That's so cool. I like having this conversation with you, Nina, because you like tap into like new stuff in Mallorca that I don't know anything about, you know, because you're bringing so much, I don't know, you're like bridging so many different communities, aren't you?
Exactly, that's what I was like trying to do. I think it's important to know about what's going on, what events, what dinners and all this, but then what's really important for me is like the community and like giving people the opportunity to just, you know, see Mallorca from whichever angle you want to see it. You want to see it from more like the sporty angle? Do you want to see it more from like the foodie angle? Like there's so many ways to really like get into it. And like I love it, for example, like Tony from Rari Studios, he told me that like when he first moved back, the first thing he did was like check the Calendar Mallorca every day, like to see what's going on and to like also get back into things and feel like, you know, being able to go to events and all this. And that's such a beautiful compliment because, you know, like people moving back, people that haven't been here for a long time, using it as a way to feel more connected is really beautiful.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Coming up, we have the C word. Are you prepared? I'm going to say that I'm trying my best because...
What is it, 8 weeks?
No, it's less. And I'm not normally that girl, yeah? But my mother-in-law, my father-in-law and my mother are all coming for Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that have to happen in our house before that event. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of things. Because it's just Ollie and I at home now. Gigi's in Manchester at the university being a grown-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to miss out on all the kind of... I'm not going to miss out on some of the Christmas events because I'll be taking my parents and my parents-in-law to them. But I know that there's a lot of things family-wise that happen. But I think the first one is the 22nd of November, is it not?
Yes.
The lights go on.
Yes, and everybody just stands there with their phones in their hands.
Yeah, it's a bit cheese, isn't it? But
yeah.
It's kind of nice too. Like
yes.
It's if you don't know what we're talking about, it's in Palma on the 22nd of November. It's when the Christmas lights go on, and it has become like a super big event over the years, has it not?
Yes.
Used to be a bit more like, oh, lights are on, and everyone would be like, oh, look, the lights are on. Now we're all stood there in the dark waiting for the lights to be put on,
and then everybody has like kind of the same video, of course. just, the lights going on.
But
they have a whole program now around it.
Exactly, and I really like that.
Yes.
And I know that last year they had like street performers
Yep.
in various squares, because it kind of dissipates it as well, because a lot of people congregate on the Borne, don't they?
Yes.
It gets a bit squashed.
Yeah, so they haven't announced their official program yet, of course, because we're like far too early.
Yes, it'll be the day before.
But more or less, I would say I would assume that the program starts around 6:00. And as you said, last year they had like street performers and different things, events happening, which is really nice for the kids as well. So the exact details, it's on the website already, kind of like as a save the date, but the real program will be announced, I would say probably like 4 or 5 days before. But it's a beautiful event. I would just highly recommend to maybe take public transport if you live not too far from the center, because it gets really crowded, or to arrive really early. There are some events happening on the same day in Palma, so it's also a nice opportunity to just, check out some things. There are some pop-ups and things happening.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe, Moltak, do you know the windmill kitchen?
I have heard about the Windmill Kitchen because I was looking on Calendar Mallorca.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. I like the setting. It's
beautiful.
Where is it now? What's it called? Industria.
Exactly, like just on the border with Santa Catalina, where you have all the old windmills. And it took them a long time to actually open, because of course they had to be very respectful of the space and everything. But it's beautiful, it's stunning. They normally during the year have like cooking classes, more aimed at like, I would say, visitors, introducing them a little bit to Spanish cooking. But then during the off season, they host really beautiful workshops. And this month now, November, it's kind of like soul cooking. Mm-hmm. So it's like really healthy workshops, Ayurveda and all this. And like on the 22nd, they have like a pop-up event where you can just pass by. They will have some like beauty products, natural things happening. So that's, for example, nice to do during the day.
Early Christmas shopping, maybe.
And their workshops are great Christmas gifts.
Good call.
I think if you have somebody in your family that's really like into healthy eating or just loves cooking, it's a beautiful setting. It's like a really fun thing to do. So that's a great idea.
Experience is not things, I think, is a good motto to have.
And there are so many amazing ones on Mallorca. I mean, like there are amazing businesses, like artists doing things, or like, local experiences that you can gift, which is really nice.
Lovely.
Yes. What else do we have? One of my favorite new things that I've discovered is a Spanish-speaking club.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, because I think I've had so many people ask me, like, I would love to improve my Spanish. Yeah. I want to, do something. And now I'm working with Pia from Spanish by Living. It's called on Instagram. And she does like a weekly Spanish-speaking club every Wednesday at Bar Belver in El Terreno. So that's every Wednesday. But then she also does like events. For example, like a hike and a Mallorquin lunch is starting at Esporles. That's happening on the 21st, for example. No, sorry, 22nd. And I really love that idea, because it's kind of like this no pressure way of just like listening to a lot of Spanish. You just feel free to talk. It doesn't matter at what level you're at, and just gives you kind of like an opportunity to improve your Spanish without having to sit in like a class. Yeah. And then she does like sunset cruises on like one of the traditional Mallorquin boats as well.
A yacht?
Yes. Port Andrej.
Lovely.
So I really love that, because I think that's a nice way to just, improve it. And I think it's so important that you
never stop trying.
Yes. And like, just we live
that
in Mallorca.
For me. By the way.
No, but it's true. And
I go to Spanish classes all the time.
But it's also hard, I think, to get over I'm at the point where I just talk, and like I still make a lot of grammatic mistakes probably and all this, but I'm just like, I don't care anymore. I'm like, okay, I'm happy to just go for it. Yeah. But it takes you, I feel, a long time to get to that point.
I agree. Totally agree.
And then experiences like this kind of make you feel more confident, and also kind of just like hearing it and all this. Because if you're here in more like an international setting, or you work for an international company, you're missing out on hearing Spanish all the time, which, for example, for somebody like me, like helps me immensely. So I really love that.
I'm surprised to hear that you in any way struggle. But you're absolutely right about the bit where you have to go, fuck it, I'm just going to do it anyway. Because I think I definitely went through years of like feeling ashamed of not being able to speak the Spanish at the level that I thought I would be able to speak it at the point I was. And then also when people say, how long have you lived in Mallorca? I actually did lie occasionally and say much less time than I actually have been in Mallorca, because I don't want to be that girl who, you know, has to order beer in English. I'm not that girl, but I mean, like, I've got to say that I still feel displeased with my level of Spanish, and I'm always trying to improve it. So this club sounds like a great idea.
Yes, and it's like just a fun thing, and it doesn't feel so forced as well. So, and I like that it's different settings, because then you automatically just hear different words.
Yeah.
You know, like instead of being like, okay, today in our book we're going through, you know, I don't know, the forest and all the words associated to that. You
Points
go on a
of the
hike.
body.
Yes, you go on a hike and you like experience it like that.
So is it other non-Spanish speakers in the club, or does she pop in some Spanish-speaking people so that we're all not all like, you know, grunting at each other?
She's a Spanish, like is a professor. Teaching Spanish, obviously. And I think it depends a little bit on the group, but what she does is she keeps the group numbers very small. So I would say maybe like 6 to 10 people maximum. And then she always has somebody else supporting her. So for example, like they did just recently like a cooking class. Then they had like a Mallorcan chef explaining everything in Spanish. And then she was there to support. So you always like meet also other kind of like personalities or professionals that I think help with, you know, keep the dynamic going.
Yes. Yeah. Great.
Yeah. So that's something I really love. Then obviously we were already talking about the light switch on. The day after the lights are on, the Christmas markets normally start.
Yeah.
I mean, we have...
Do you like them?
No,
given that you're from Vienna.
Exactly, I was about to say.
Yeah, they're poor, are they?
Yes, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen this year, because I've read a few reports that there are actually 2 Austrians that are trying to revamp 2 locations.
Okay.
But they've been met with a lot of criticism, but then also a lot of people like supporting the project. So I like, again, you know, like I have information on like the usual suspects, like the usual places where you normally have Christmas markets on the website. But I'm very curious to see if maybe it's going to change a little bit and change for the better. Because
Plaça Major, for example, is a beautiful setting with those lovely lights and then these crappy stalls. I mean, they are funny. Some of them are funny. I like the ones of the statues, you know, all the little nativity.
Yeah.
They're hilarious. I mean, like, to a non-believer like myself, obviously they're very important if you're into that stuff. But the rest of the stalls are like really low quality.
Yeah, it's like made in China.
Yeah. So I like the ones on the Ramblas.
Yes.
They're normally better. A bit more individual, a bit more unique.
Then you also obviously have Puerto Portals.
Yes,
which
that's
always
lovely.
has a
nice
beautiful...
to go out for an evening and just drink hot wine and stare at people.
Yes. Some people watching on the side. Exactly. No, but I also know a few brands that are probably going to be there that are really nice. So like, you know, handmade candles and
in
all
Portals,
that. Yes.
Yeah.
So it feels a bit more like Mallorcan products or made in Mallorca also. But like, yeah, if you're from Vienna, like you're used to a different kind of
level.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because we were in Austria just last Christmas. This year we're going to be in Belgium. But I really enjoyed it last year because you could go to all these different settings and
was it snowing though as well? Oh. That's a bummer.
My kids are still asking. They're like, when are we going to finally see snow?
Have they not seen snow?
No.
Wow. Well, we know where you're going for February then, don't we? We're
the Alps.
Because I've been, a long time ago, I was working in Germany. I was on a theatre company, a theatre tour, and we toured Germany for 3 months. We started in October and we finished in January. So obviously it was cold and it snowed a lot. And I mean, like, I was in like picture perfect Christmas markets, and I was 22 or 23, and it was just like, wow, this is so pretty and so cozy and so lovely, and it was snowing and it was very atmospheric, so it's a shame that you didn't get that.
No, because with climate change, unfortunately, like you know, when I was younger, we could even go like skiing near the house, and my parents live in Vienna. But nowadays it's gotten, it's a bit different.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
But there's also, apart from the Christmas fairs in Palma, there's a bunch of them that happen, like weekend only ones that happen all over the place, don't they?
Yeah, I have those on the website as well. Again, I have some that I know are confirmed, like Conseil, like different places already have their Christmas markets confirmed. Others I have the information on, but again, I always like to wait until a few days before just to reconfirm. But every weekend you will be able to find like a special Christmas market in one of the villages.
I really like Alaró.
Yes.
Do you like Alaró?
I do, because
It's normally kind of like a bit eccentric.
Yes. Like they have a very interesting community, I feel. I love going to the market in Alaró as well. And I just like the village as well.
Yeah, me too. The only thing I'd say, if anyone's thinking of going to Alaró for their Christmas market, is take an extra jumper, because for some reason it's freezing there. I don't understand it, but it was like really cold every time I go. Like you walk up the main road into the square and you're like fighting against the elements, like Scott of the Antarctic. And I don't know why, because it can be sunny everywhere else, but it's just cold there.
Yeah.
So take a jumper.
Yeah. Well, one of my new kind of like discoveries is actually like 2 restaurants called Grunk.
Oh yeah, I know. Yes, I know Esme.
Yes.
Emez. That's her name.
Yes.
Hard to say. She's Hungarian, is she not?
Yes, exactly. They're both Hungarian. And I really love it because they started in Fornaluch and now they have also one in Deja. And they're going to be open throughout the season. So they're opening 365 days a year. And I really love that as well because, normally like Deja now, the hotels are all closing. It's like the last week that they're open. So basically once the hotels are closed, everything else closes. And I love going to Deja or Fornaluch for hikes. But then if you kind of like have no restaurant to go for lunch or anything, it's kind of like a bit sad.
Yeah.
And
now what do we do?
Yes. And I really love their concept that they're really going like, okay, it's we'll see how it goes. I really hope people are supporting them because it's like we want these restaurants, we want this kind of like offering, right?
Yeah.
And we need it. And they're having some amazing events coming up, like the St. Martin, like the goose dinner like this week, and then coming up at the end of the month is Thanksgiving. They're hosting also some Hungarian dinners, special pop-ups, yes.
Ooh.
And then, for example, New Year's, they have New Year's Eve dinner and New Year's Eve brunch, which I think it's such a nice thing to do. Like, go for a little hike, for example, to Calarea, come back up and have like a New Year's brunch on the 1st of January.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. So I really want to support them because I think it's great to have businesses that stay open, but then obviously we also need to support them so that they can...
It's a huge commitment from their point of view.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of money
to
keep open, well, especially when they don't know how much they're going to get coming in. So I totally agree with you. Must support them. If you're in the area, go and eat there.
Yep, and it's delicious. I was there 2 weeks ago. We did exactly that. We went with the kids down to Aladea and then went up and then had lunch there.
What did you have?
What did I have? The fish of the day. So they're very well known for like their charcoal grill and their meats, but I don't eat meat, so I had the fish. The kids were super happy. One had pasta and the other one had the crispy chicken burger, and they loved it. Yes.
I'm with the kids menu.
Yes. But I just think it's great because there are some areas of Mallorca that we know like okay now they're closed down, so we're just like not going there for months, and I think it's nice to have businesses like that make it worthwhile.
For me, I would have said like I think my gut tells me that the Deja location will do better than the Fornaluch location in the winter.
It's going to be interesting because, some people have already said, why do they keep open? Like nobody goes. And I'm like, yeah, but the reason nobody goes is because nothing's open. So I think it's going to be interesting to see. I think they have also like their core clientele that lives nearby that goes. Like Deja, for example, they're even open for breakfast now.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so, it's going to be interesting, but I hope that people support it and that it works because it's really, really good food. It's lovely locations and
Yeah, it's because it's very typical this time of year to have a lot of businesses taking a month off, 2 months off, 3 months off, whatever, because they need to give their staff a break they need to renovate, they need to clean the kitchens. There's a lot of stuff that they do in that downtime.
Yeah.
But to keep open all year round, it's impressive. I really like, and it's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
So good luck, guys.
Yes. And then an event that's coming up is at Palma Aquarium.
Oh, your favourites.
Yes. Well, I love what they're doing, you know that. And I just love the whole foundation and everything around it. And they have every year kind of like a charity gala, they call it, but it's like more charity days on the 22nd and the 23rd of November. It's called Yo También. And residents only pay €12 entrance. And then they have like additionally to like their normal special program of the month, they have like lots of extra workshops and activities for kids coming up. So that's like a nice thing to do also, because especially it's a great price. And like if even if the weather is great, like there's outside indoor spaces, it's just a nice thing to do and a good cause to support, because €2 of each ticket go to what is it? Aspanob?
Aspanob, yes.
And this year they have a different charity each year.
Aspanob is a children's charity.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
So that's
what dates was that?
22nd to 23rd of November.
Okay.
Yes, coming up now. And then there are two things on my list that I haven't actually done, but I really want to. You might know. Maybe do you like jazz?
Jazz, man. Yes.
Have you been to the jazz lounge in Palma?
No, but I keep having it promoted at me. So obviously they think I like jazz.
I think it looks great.
Shall we go?
Yes, I really want to. So it's like right in the center of Palma, and like I just love the whole concept that you can go for a nice dinner and then do something else after, because normally the whoever is on, the musician, starts at 10:30, but then they open at 9:30, like I would say from Thursday to Saturday. So you can go for dinner and then go there after, and the place looks really nice. It's small, so reservations always recommended. But I love jazz. My dad is a big jazz fan, so I grew up with it, and I really want to go.
Where is it?
Plaza de la Reina.
Oh, okay.
Where Ombu is,
Yeah.
just there. And yeah.
It's not up the road, not up the side street there.
Yeah, exactly
then
there.
It used to be, a long time ago, it was Jazz Boyer.
Maybe, yes.
Yeah, it might be the same place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite an intimate venue.
Yes, it is. That's why they always say, like, it recommended to book ahead.
If it's the same place, I once accidentally sat next to Concha Boyka in there, basically. You know who Concha Boyka is?
Yes.
Yeah, she's an incredible singer.
Yeah.
And Ollie and I went there one evening, back in the day when we were urbanites and weren't parents. And she was singing that night, and she was as close to me as I am to you.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was astonishing.
She's had concerts on here like the past year as well, right? On Mallorca now.
She's done a few different like collabs, like electronic music as well as jazz, and she's great. And so yeah, you never know who you're going to see.
Yes.
But that was back in the day, so maybe this is the same venue. Maybe
I think so. It sounds like it. And like for example, this week they have like a night for more focus on blues. Then they have like more Argentinian jazz, and so there's something else going on all the time. So that's on my list to do. And then now that it's finally getting colder, have you heard of Wild Spa?
Wild Spa. That sounds like something that I don't know if is it cold water.
No, well you can combine it.
It's the cold water,
but they have, I don't know how you would call it, like a sauna truck.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
it's like a movable sauna.
No, my friend wanted to launch one of these businesses and she didn't do it. So it can't. Does it go to the beach?
But basically, their base is the mountains of Soller. So they do community events there, or you can like rent it privately for you and your friends. But then you could also have like, if you're, I don't know, have a birthday or something, you could ask them to bring it someplace. And I love that concept, because it's, you know, like saunas, I think have had kind of like a rebirth over the past few years again, and gotten a lot more popular. And then, of course, you can combine them with the cold plunges and everything.
Yeah.
But I read that it's not the best thing for women.
It isn't.
Yeah.
Too cold is not good. And
like the temperature
we need to a bit warmer.
But I just love the concept, and they're having some community events as well. And I think it's nice. It's a different thing to do. And it's like in Soyer, on like a different side of the island, not just Palma all the time.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. I've got to say, my stepmother has a sauna in her back garden. She lives in Costitch. And she's always trying to get me in it. And I'm like, I'll go in for like 10 minutes and I'm done. I'm like so tired after I've been in a sauna. I do not find it invigorating. I just want to nap.
I could tell by the look in your face. But I mean, for example, I love it. My parents have a sauna, so I've been going since I'm little. And I just love it. I think it's really good for your immune system. But maybe if you don't like the typical sauna, you should try the infrared.
Yeah. I would really like to. There's a recovery place I would like to try, which has an infrared light thing. I'd like to try that. But yeah, I think it's just overwhelming, the hot. I mean, it's weird because I live in a hot country.
Yes.
But I just found electing to go into a hot box, no thanks. Sorry. I know it's good for my skin.
Yes.
I know it's good for everything, but I'm just like, no, I just want to nap after. And to me, it's not invigorating. It's nap time.
Well, that's why I like also the infrared, because it doesn't feel as extreme. And then like a lot of these places, for example, nowadays you can connect your phone and you can listen to a meditation or a podcast.
Really?
Yes.
That's fancy.
Yes. Heat in Palma, they offer infrared saunas, and I've done that a few times. And it's like really calming. So you're just sitting in there, and but your phone you could actually theoretically put your phone. Yeah, there's like a little box you can put it in, but I try to distance myself and just sit for half an hour with anything else, anything in my hands, but just listen to a meditation or like a podcast, and that feels good because it doesn't feel as extreme.
That sounds more up my street. Definitely. Yeah. Hey, there's something that I don't know if it was on your radar, but there was.
Did I forget something?
I don't know, mate. It happened yesterday, so you're forgiven. There was 2 comedians from Madrid came to Mallorca yesterday and did a stand-up comedy show called We Are Not From Here. Did you hear about them?
I think I saw something, yes. Okay. But it's not part of the fest, haha.
They did it in English.
Oh, okay.
And one of them's from Chile and his name's Xavi, and the other one is from Turkey and he's called Abdullah. And it was them along with a third comedian whose name I don't remember, Tercy or something. He was an Indian American, and they all live in Madrid, and they did the show in English, and actually it was pretty bloody good.
Yeah.
And I did an interview with them the week before. And they'd already sold out their first show at that point. That was at the 9 o'clock slot. So they decided they were going to put on a second show. So we interviewed them, and they did a 6 o'clock show as well. Put an article in the paper and what have you, and shared it in our Facebook group. And it sold out.
Amazing.
Second show in the Montego Bay in Calendar Mallorca. Have you heard of that bar?
No.
Okay, so you have to get it on your radar because stand-up comedy is something I think we need on the island. And I mean, there's lots in Spanish.
That's what I was referring to.
But there's not much English.
Exactly. There's like a festival kind of going on at the moment where you have a lot of comedians come in, also some internationally known acts, but it's really hard to find English.
But there's another one coming.
Okay.
Sergi Polo.
Okay.
Come into the auditorium at the end of the month. I keep trying to get an interview with him and I'm being ignored.
Rejected.
Well, I don't know if rejected is the right word, but I'm going with ignored.
Okay.
But yeah, he seems quite funny too, and I like comedy, and I like the messages you can give with comedy as well. You can actually talk about some pretty serious subjects at the same time as make people laugh.
Yeah.
And these guys did a good job last night. You know, I mean, they're not like the world's most experienced comedians. One's been doing it for 4 years, the other one's been doing it for 7 years, but they formed a comedy business together. You know, the Madrid Comedy Lab. It's the only English-speaking comedy club in Madrid, and they seem to be doing pretty well there. And I was like all for it, you know. And I was sat with like big international audience. So next to me, obviously, I had Oliver with me, but then next to me is my friend who's from Denmark. Next to her was a friend from Finland. Like some English people, some American people, some like really wide-ranging like nationalities. All there, all having a good time and all laughing. And it was interesting because the jokes seemed to land, didn't matter what your culture was, and I really liked that.
Yeah, because I speak Spanish, I think, well enough to be able to go to a Spanish comedy show. But the problem is, you have to really know a language really, really well to get the jokes. And especially if it's more like based on like your area or something, there are lots of words that maybe you're not used to that
Exactly.
are, you know, that, so then you lose like half of the jokes. And so an English one would be, I think, a lot easier for me.
They did really well.
Yeah, and I think we need more laughter also.
Don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, like, life's hard enough without taking opportunities to laugh at yourself and with other people. It's nice.
It's so good for your mental state to just go somewhere where you laugh for an hour.
So we went to Calendar Mallorca, did the 6 o'clock show, had a good time. Then we walked down the road and had some really nice Thai food at Bon Thai, which is really good value for money. I mean, we walked out of there, it didn't even cost €30.
Yes, we've ordered from there. We picked up there before. It's really nice.
Really good.
Yeah, having lived in Asia, I'm always like on the lookout for like good Asian, authentic Asian food.
Well, I've never been to Thailand, so I wouldn't know how authentic it is, but it was delicious. So that's
I've tried it. It's good. Yes.
So maybe you get Sergi Polo on your
maybe
website.
I need to. Yes.
Yeah, at the auditorium.
Yeah.
Do you support their stuff?
I do. They were actually interested in working with me, but then they didn't. Then they had to double check it.
Push them.
Yes.
Push them.
Because they have some amazing shows. Of course, they have their usual things going on, but they have some really unique things happening. I was just supporting a theatre group that an English speaking.
Selling Sunset.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. It was good.
Did you like it?
It was okay. I mean, I saw Regan. I interviewed Regan, the writer.
Yeah.
And I saw him. He invited us to go, and I thought, I mean, like it's a big deal to write a play and get it like a 7-8 hander, and like be able to present it. It didn't have an interval, so I said I thought it was too long. You know, either you needed to shorten it or give us a break because people were getting a bit restless.
Yeah, you lose attention.
Yeah, so I think like those sorts of things, like he can change that. You know. Things like this are always a work in progress, but I think it was really admirable that it's got that far, and I think it's definitely got legs. So a bit more work on the dialogue, maybe move the story around a bit, so that we get the bit about. Did you see the show?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but there's like a few things in there that.
I know what it was about, which I liked. I think it was very.
Well, it was about a house that doesn't want to get sold, basically. But and it's very topical, not just for us here, but for like loads and loads of countries at the moment who are having the situation where there's not enough housing, and so I think it's got legs. It just needs to refine the way it's telling the story to bring forward more of the issues and make them clearer. Because some of the people in the audience didn't get it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I thought it was great.
No, but the auditorium is, I think, has a good mix. The Rocky Horror Show.
Yes, we went to that. Oh boy, did I drink too many margaritas.
So it was a great night out.
Don't remember much of it. No, I had a great time. I only had 2 margaritas, but I don't normally drink margaritas. So I went from 0 to hero pretty high, but pretty fast, and it was it was fun.
Yeah.
Again. Why did they bring? Like, you know, if I was the marketing manager for everything, that I would do things differently. But I thought that they shouldn't have had so many shows on because they had they were played from Tuesday until Sunday.
Yes.
And there were lots of shows. And I think quite a lot of them didn't sell very well. So why didn't they start off by just selling Friday and Saturday, and then if they had enough, sell another date rather than give people so many options? Because I think. For the actors, for the performers, it's hard to perform to an auditorium that's got 20% occupants rather than full. So for me, that again, think about I would do it differently. You know.
Well,
my next life.
Yes, exactly.
So Nina,
I think that's it for now. I mean, a little bit of everything. There's lots more that's going to be announced for Christmas, of course. I'm working with some hotels that are open on the Christmas programs. So I'm working with Castillo Son Vida, Grand Hotel Sanet. They're having some amazing things going on for Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's, and a New Year's brunch as well.
Which day do you celebrate Christmas on, Nina?
24th. It's funny that you ask me because, after this, I'm heading to the school of my daughter, talking about Christmas traditions in Austria, explaining all this. Because we don't have Santa Claus, we have Christkind.
Okay.
Yeah, which is kind of like an angel figure. And we celebrate on the 24th in the evening.
Santa Claus passed you by?
Well, I always say to my kids, like, he can't just do it all himself, you know? And I like it because Christkind is female.
Oh, yeah, I like that too. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so you actually eat Christmas, your Christmas meal would be on the 24th, or you have...
Yes.
So, okay.
Normally, yes.
What would you have?
It's very different for each family. I mean, my parents are not big meat eaters. So we always had kind of like a mix. We sometimes had like salmon, like, smoked salmon, or something like a turkey or goose, like white meat. They eat like white meat, but nothing else. And yeah, we had to stay the night before with my grandparents, because we also didn't have a Christmas tree until the 24th.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and because in Austria we still have real Christmas trees.
Yes, lovely.
Do you
have to dig it up?
Normally you go to places like, where they do that for you. There are some now where you can replant them after you bring it back and they put it back in. But so we always had to stay with my grandparents the night before and then arrive like around 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Gets dark pretty early, right, in Austria. 4 o'clock, and then stay in the house until we hear a bell. And that's when we went downstairs. And then like in like the one side of the living room was like the tree with real candles, no fire hazard at all. But yeah, real candles and all this. And then all the presents underneath. So we did presents before and then had dinner after. And
Magic.
Then, yes, on the 25th, we normally went to like the other side of the family. But this year we're celebrating in Belgium. That's again different because my mother-in-law always has the Christmas tree up already, even with some presents underneath, which was very strange for me.
Yeah.
So it's funny, like, and yeah, in my kids' school, they're talking about like all the different traditions. So some of the parents, like from Sweden, from Russia, from everywhere, are coming in and explaining how they're celebrating, which I think is super interesting. Because here, like the main event, and we're gonna probably talk about this maybe in the next episode, is like the 6th of January.
Yeah, Three Kings.
The Three Kings, which is kind of like the big thing.
Yeah.
Christmas here is actually just for the families to get together. And I think nowadays the kids get 1 or 2 presents, but the rest is all giving on the 6th of January.
Yeah.
So very different.
But I did this anyway. I used to give Gigi presents on Christmas Day and also on Three Kings because I didn't want her to feel left out, even though I didn't really know what I was doing. But like in our village, if you organise yourself in advance, you could give a present to the church, and then you'd go to the church, and the Three Kings would be there, and they'd be handing out presents to the kids.
So beautiful.
And it's cute it's so nice, and it's like it's sometimes hard to be part of a community, sometimes difficult to like feel how you can be sort of included and welcomed into a really tight-knit Mallorcan community. But those sorts of things, like I am participating in this and I am part of this, and it feels really nice to do that.
Yeah, and you will also have like just before Christmas, you will have lots of places around Palma and the villages. You will have drop-off kind of like areas where you can bring the presents and everything, which I think is really nice.
Did you do that?
No, we didn't, because normally we're away and then we're coming back just on the 6th, and then my kids are just happy with the parade and just catching all the candy. But because the tradition we also have is with the advent calendars.
Oh.
Here you can buy the advent calendars filled with chocolate and everything. But like my mom I still have mine. And it's like little bags that my mom used to fill with things that I liked. And so I normally do that for my kids as well. So from the 1st of December until the 24th, they get every day. They get like a little something.
Job.
It's a huge job. But I love it because it's just... I always look, like, even on places like Vinted and things, like, look for little things for the kids. And it's so they get, like... It's also nice because then on the 24th, they're not just overwhelmed with, like, a huge amount of presents, It's just, like, they have a little bit every day, and then we don't do too much on the 24th, neither.
Have you managed to avoid Elf on the Shelf?
Yes.
Good.
My kids are trying to convince me to do it, and I'm like, no, sorry.
Mummy says no. The elf ain't coming in.
No.
Elf might be on the shelf, but he's staying exactly where you found him.
But I admire people that like come up with all these scenarios and everything, but it's just like it's one more thing on the mental to-do list, and I just can't.
No.
I've
got to inform Mallorca of everything that's happening every single day of the year. I can't do bloody Elf on the Shelf as well.
come up with new scenarios every day. No, thank you. But
Poor elf on the shelf. He's
I
had to
know.
go to hospital.
he's just there now for the rest of the time. But it's also like I didn't know what it was until I was actually living abroad and had a lot of British friends.
It's not a British thing,
But
it's an American thing.
Yeah, but like when I lived in Asia, I had more like British friends than American friends. So they explained it to me, and I was like, "What?" And so it's like showing up in a different place every day,
Yeah.
and like
I managed to avoid it as well.
no.
Yeah, I would be like, who? What? No. No chance.
It's like here like the ratoncito for the tooth fairy.
Yeah. Well, we have the tooth fairy.
We have the tooth fairy, but like my daughter came home one day and she was like, "Why is the ratoncito not coming?" And I'm like, "Who?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? A rat? Why is the rat not coming?" She's like, "The rat is bringing the money and like taking the tooth." And I'm like, "No, why?" And I'm like, "What?" So yeah.
When we were in Barcelona recently, we stayed in an area called Poblenou, which is this really trendy place, thank you. And it got these lovely, like, cool industrial buildings that are being vamped for modern day use. And in the middle of it all, there was this tree with a tiny little fence around it, and a door into the tree, and it said that in Spanish, it said the ratoncito lives here, and then there were teeth everywhere. It was like, what? So it was a really strange, little charming little bit on a street in this district
Somewhere.
in Barcelona. Weird, but you kind of think maybe the kids put their teeth in there, and then they go home, and there's it's just a funny little quirky thing.
I don't know if you've been to the dentist here, but if you go to a dentist that has a lot of kids, ours has like rats everywhere, and then you have lamps with rats, but like it's nicely done, right? But still, like when you come into a dentist here and you don't know about it, and you're like, why are there rats everywhere? It's
like, is this a phobia festival or something? Just get the spiders in as well, and the heights.
I'm like, for the kids, it's a tooth fairy. The tooth fairy comes all the time.
Tooth fairy's enough, and cuter. Like what was your
Christkind?
Christkind.
Yes. A fairy, little Christmas fairy.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming in and entertaining me this morning, Nina.
You're welcome.
I've learnt a lot. And tell everybody where they can find what they need to know.
On thecalendar.mallorca on Instagram, and then thecalendarmallorca.com, the website.
And if they want to receive lots of lovely information every week into their inbox, what should they do?
We now have a pop-up actually for our newsletter. When you go on the website, just scroll down and then it will pop up. Or otherwise you go into the link in bio on our Instagram and you can sign up for Viernes Chico, which is our little newsletter that goes out every Thursday.
Yeah, it's really good. Very consistent, so well done.
Thank you.
Impressive what you're doing.
Thank you.
Really, really love it.
Did I tell you that we just surpassed 500,000 website visits?
Yes, I read that. Well done.
I was so excited. I didn't realize. And then I was like, just a few weeks ago, I'm like, oh my God, more than 500,000 visits. And it's
amazing.
Organic. Like I'm not doing any Google ads or anything. So that was like a little highlight for me.
You should be so proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Hey, thanks for listening. Listen, we need your help. If you don't mind, would you please subscribe wherever you got this podcast? You can find it in most places, Spotify, iTunes, all the rest of them. Just click subscribe, and if you get a chance to leave us a review and you'd like to leave us a good one, we won't stand in your way. And something for you. If you'd like to get our monthly newsletter, then visit our website. That's Mallorca-Mallorca.es. That's Mallorca with a J, -Mallorca.es. And follow the link there. And if you'd like to ask us a question, send us a DM to our Facebook or Instagram channels. And wherever you get your podcasts, if you see the show notes, you'll see the links for everything you need. Thanks for listening. See you next time.